So welcome. You know what? Tony just told me we are live, but more importantly, we are live on Phoenix Business Exchange, pbex.ca. And so I'm going to share a quick screen so you can see what that looks like part way. And if you want to join us, come on in. And you know what? Member of the week, Eric Sonego. He is a blast to have a chat with. It's kind of like the accounting wisdom, but he's more than just just accounting. It's wisdom overall, right? Because at the end of the day, numbers is actually the realities around us, just recorded, and he can provide that. So he's really good. And you know what? His e-cards right there. You want to hear it? Listen to him talk. He's right there. In fact, he's speaking at East Trade Winds next week. Just as a side note. Monday morning, Eastern, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time is the Bell's Corners group. This group, ta-da, East End group, is now, just click here and you will come on in. And Thursday morning is 8 to 9. This week, it starts at 7:30 and you can be in person at 7:30 at River Lounge. It'll also be on Zoom. Thursday afternoon between 1 and 2, midday. Come on in. It's open to all Phoenix members. And then on February 24th, we have the After Hours group. So we had our After Hours group last night, hosted by Penny Lee, and it's about staying linked to your goals. So it's one thing to say, "Hey, I've got the goal done." When it's done, turn the page. What's your next goal? And that's part of the charm of that group. It forces you to go, "Okay, what do I got to do next?" Right? So you forest from the trees, trees from the forest. It helps you kind of sort that out. Upcoming member events, click here. Canada Growth Network, that's every Monday. And I believe Kat's speaking at that next week. So come on in, free to attend. East Trade Winds, again, I was mentioning that that's Tuesday, 8 to 9 Eastern. Again, free to attend. And Eric's going to be speaking then. East End Group, we are meeting in person at Hive at 7:30 a.m. That's just off Maitland. 1745 Courtwood. So one block south of the Queensway, turn off the lights, turn left. First right you can take is Courtwood, and just get to 1745 parking at the rear of the building. A South End group. I just mentioned that. Gosh, there they are again. One more time. So this Thursday, 7:30, in person or online. QR directory field members, you might be hearing something you want to know more about Costa Rica and what it's like down there and, walking in the bay. You know what? You might want to reach out to Wendy Chung, or if you're looking to sell a house or buy a house, Wendy can help you. If you're looking, say maybe you want to know how do I keep my kids safe from not wrecking the car by texting and driving? Oh, Mike can help you with that. Or maybe you need some products, cleaning products that won't, turn your skin into something else, just because you're using it. Well, that's Susan Epps. And maybe you need to hear the sound bowls going off, and that's which case that's Tony. All right, enough of that. I just did a promo for everybody here. No, we're not done, but that is the purpose of the networking group. It helps market who you are, and we get to know each other. We have BAMs, business activity meetings. That means we get to know each other really well. E-cards. So that's another service we have inside Phoenix. Your e-card, and I've showed you earlier with Eric's connection there. What's happening is that e-card makes it easier for your customers to reach you. Whether it's by phone, by text, by email, not by donkey, not by carrier pigeon, but it can give you different paths. And if there was a carrier pigeon mode, Tony probably could figure that out. $4.9 million worth of business since 2016. You know what? Well, gee, I think we're just we are a decade at this. And so that's kind of cool. It's past January 14th. So yeah, been cooking for a while. And year to date referrals, $1,400 approximately. And that's just business between members. And I'm just going to give you a quick nudge at the end of this month. Make sure to share that information with Tony. And now, without much more ado, I'm going to swing the mic over to Mike, Mike to Mike, or Mick to Mike, however you want it, Mike. There you go. There, talk. That mute button, God, I love that mute button. It is so perfect. You just sound of silence. Oh, Mike, seriously, the mute button is working really good. Sorry, man.
Well, I just thought I was going to do anyway. It doesn't matter.
You can
Oh,
do
look
sign
at it.
language. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Eyebrows.
I
Twitch your
would,
eyebrows.
but unfortunately I don't know that. So, nice chat this morning. It's nice when we all have the opportunity to get together and just, share little things and you know what? It's like when Wendy was talking about Costa Rica, what have you. We all felt because we know and Wendy's our friend and our Phoenix member that that we were happy for her when she was down and experiencing the warmth and a little bit of golf and the beach and just her sleep or what have you. And when we listen to her or what have you, we as Phoenix members all sit there and go, we wish we would have wished that for her, and we're glad that she had that, meaning kindness. And that we are kind and Phoenix members are kind. What's happening in the world with many different places around the world or what have you, there's a lot of hatred. Yesterday was the memorial, I think believe was the 80th year for the Jewish Holocaust and the atrocious, and then, you hear these numbers over a while and then you go, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But yesterday I heard the number 6 million.
Hmm. Hmm.
6 million. Oh my God, and then so you remember that and the plan to move it forward through education so that people don't forget that. But yet we zoom ahead 80 years and then we got this stuff that's happening in Minnesota.
Hmm.
And I don't know if anybody of you folks you watch that or not. Probably are aware of it, even if you don't watch it. I watch it because I find it, I don't know, I get perplexed sometimes because sometimes I find it fascinating how people are trying to pull the wool over the eyes of other people. I'm not picking sides here or anything like that. I don't want to get political on this, but what hurts me when I watch it sometimes is the hate. Hate, hate, hate. And it's not going to benefit anybody in the long run, no matter what changes or what things or whatever. It's just too much hate. And so, a little tip today for the education is the kindness. So, and so as we know, life is rarely static. We move through endings and beginnings, uncertainty and growth, and we do it all at once. And in these transitions, kindness matters more than ever. Kindness towards others who may be navigating unseen changes. Kindness towards ourselves with when clarity really hasn't arrived yet. So this week, I invite you to pause and offer one small act of kindness to someone else or to yourself. Check-in, moment of patience, small word of encouragement. These quiet choices can shape and how transitions are felt and remembered by other people and by yourself too. And as we continue forward, may we meet change with grace and extend kindness wherever we can. Thank you.
Now you're on mute, Bernie.
What? You can't read my lips? Come on,
There.
come on. Yeah, yeah. That was Mike's my mentor.
You guys
Speak
are
no
funny.
evil. Speak no evil. Speak no evil. My apologies, folks. Thank you so much. And Susan, thank you. Eventually, my screen would say, hey, you're doing something, but it's not coming through. Listen, we're live on LinkedIn. So post some of your details in that space. It's good to share, whether you have a new product, Pure Trim, Maluka, you got something for sale, tidbit of advice, even about don't look at your cell phone while you're driving, right? Don't text and drive, unless of course you're a passenger, in which case it's okay. All right, so we're gonna go around robin and we're gonna say, hey, what's been going on in your week? Any referrals, bams, anything you want to share? And the fickle finger of fate's going to start off with Tony because he looks like he's concentrating on something else. I apologize, Tony, and then
No,
we will
no,
go
I'm
to
just trying to get
it's
people
that's okay.
to log
That's all
on.
right. That's all right. I'll start off with Tony, and then we'll swing over to Susan McGarry. Tony, over to you, sir.
I can't believe I'm next. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Yeah. Hi everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. I'm a medium and clairvoyant, and man, does that ever come in very handy when things are happening. Any business things that I do, I always take a deep breath, and in that pause, I always will usually get a red light or a green light, whether I should do something or not. And sometimes clients call me out of the blue. Had one about 3 weeks ago. It was just after New Year. It was just after New Year, and a guy wanted to spend over $50,000 on a new thing. He says a friend of his has this really great investment, and it's a fantastic buy-in. Within a month, he'd be able to double his money, so he'll get $100,000 in a month. Now, on the surface, it sounds like it's a scam, right? But there are deals actually like that are legit. Not many, but you have to sort of discern of how that comes. And right away, I wasn't looking at the red flags from human. I was just getting energetically, there's something that your friend isn't telling you. I'm not saying it's not good, but there's something withholding, because I'm seeing a clear sign of it, but then in one area it was kind of foggy. It's almost like you're putting Vaseline over glass and you can't see, and that usually indicates someone is not saying something, and that could be something important. If you're going to make a decision on anything, everything should be on the table. You know what I mean? In other words, they should be transparent. And then if it is what it is and they're trying to hide it, but it's still a good deal, you still may go for it. But the fact that they're hiding it is an issue. So I told him that. I says, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but there's something he's not telling you. So he approached his friend and he says, okay, what is it about this that you're not saying? Well, and then the guy told him. And based on the fact that, the guy had an accident, and in other words, he won't be able to follow up, and he's only guessing it'll come back within a month or so. Oh, okay, so that's when he made the decision not to do it, because if you would have told me that, then I might have said it, because it probably would have been a good deal. But the timeline, instead of a month, it could be 6 months. Still a good deal, right? If you can double your money in 6 months from $50,000, it still might be a good deal. But the fact that you are hiding it, that's what sort of clinched it. So when you get the truth in something, and that's what I do. I had no idea what the deal was about. I had no idea. He only talked for like 30 seconds, and I said no, because he's hiding something. So find out what it is and then make a decision. Okay? So and that's what I do. But you all have that ability. It's just that it is a muscle, an energetic muscle that we don't exercise. Anything that you exercise, like like in a trainer, you look at your weak spot and you try to change it. It'll get stronger. Your intuition will get more sensitive, more honed, and then you can make these decisions on your own, which is great. So it's all about being able to just find out who you are. Every Friday at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time on my Facebook page, Tony Jennis on Facebook, I do a live meditation class. We talk about different topics for 30 to 40 minutes, and then we go into a meditation so that we could practice and ask various things that the topic was about. This week we're talking about the year of the horse, the fire horse, actually. It's the Chinese New Year that's coming up on the 17th, and about 2 weeks before, which is really getting pretty close, on Friday will be the 29th. It's around 2 weeks before. That's when that's really starting to come in, that energy. So most people will say, so what? So what does that have to do with our life? Well, the way that you're going to make decisions based on moving forward with your business has something to do with this fire horse. And if you know a little bit about it, then you'll be able to make decisions based on it. The first one, I mean, there's many. There's got to be like 20 or 30 main parts of it, but one of the big ones is that stop moving forward in fear. Stop looking at the negatives in something. Look at what is working, not what isn't working. Horses, they just move forward. They gallop. They don't sprint. we tend to sprint as humans, and we miss so much. Just like Mike would say, when you run faster than your dreams, the dreams are behind you, and that's why you never see anything. You got to slow things down and into a gallop, and just make it so that if you're riding a horse on the beach, you're galloping, and it looks really cool. You could gallop for a long time, it's a lot of fun. But it's not much fun when you're going so fast. You got to be very, very quick, and you miss opportunities. And this year will be the best year for many people that follow the thing where you move forward. Don't worry about the fear. If you've been putting something off for a long time, this is the time to say, okay, I'm going to do this, and not have the fear, because fear is always holding you back. Fear, by the way, is a concept. It isn't real. We feel it, but it's not real. It's been taught to us to fear everything so that we don't move forward, and they don't want us, whoever they are, they don't want us with a lot of opportunity. So we put fear, and it affects our health, it affects our intuition, everything, right? So I'm going to be talking about that on Friday. So if you want to tune in, it's free for anybody online. And members will get a recording of it. So if you want a recording of it, let me know. All right. Other than that, I've got a lot going on. I'm redesigning classes. There's an international group that I go to, and they're looking at the most advanced ways that Canadians tune. We are the most advanced things when it comes to energy work and so on. I'm largely that's what I've been told. I'm largely affected by that. But this is my passion. When you love something so much, you're going to be good at it. It's as simple as that. So I can't wait to get up in the morning to do stuff. I don't say it that way, but we're online. So anyway, Tony Jennis from Higher Self. We are here to raise your spirits. And still giving Josh Lamb business with our IT. We had some computer glitches yesterday, and guy comes on, and within 10 minutes he figures it out. I love that. Kara Lee, talking to her, and she brought some people over for the. I did the invitation for some of her volunteers if they're having a hard time to come to the sound bath, and a couple of them did, and they absolutely loved it. I didn't get it straight from them, but Kara Lee was happy. I'm going to be seeing Kelly today. She's our realtor for the Bell's Corners group. We're going to be talking about certain things there with her business, and Penny Lee did a BAM with her. And Bernie, I sent you Linda from Australia, so hopefully that'll work out, in your favor. And Eric Sinego did ongoing business there as well. So there we go.
Tony, thank you.
See what happens when you put me first?
I noticed that. I got to have a cap on you there. It's like,
and I got lots of time.
I got to start doing this, going in and going.
Yeah, I know. I gotta bring it in a bit. Yeah.
So Wednesday, February 18th, I mentioned it earlier about AdHive. Some of the benefits, you can rent out the boardroom for $70 an hour and do lunch and learns. So that might be something for Mike. Either the Susans or even Wendy. That might be something you can leverage, or even if you need office space for a short bit, right? And because something else is upside down. Anyhow, the membership, they have a membership fee, and part of that membership fee actually can be used as credits for these different services. Now I'm going to swing over to Susan McGarry and then go to Mike. Susan, man, what's happening, man?
Thank you so much, Bertie. Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan McGarry. I'm with Restream. They carry a line of 15 health and wellness medicines designed to overcome joint muscle pain, energy, liver, parasite cleanse. Pretty much name it, we've got it. Now, one thing I'm really looking forward to is this February 19th to the 21st, Ottawa EY Center will be hosting a boat and cottage show. So if you are interested in attending, I have access to 50% off entry tickets, which can be significant. I had $2 off, and then I got an email for out to me if that's something you're interested in. You might say to yourself, well, what the heck would health and wellness supplements be doing at a boat show? Well, the idea is providing supplements that they never knew they needed, enhancing their boating. Because as an avid fisherman myself, getting in and out of the boat can be quite difficult when you're having joint muscle pain. And if you don't have enough energy as well to boat all day, Cardio 9 come into hand very, very well for energy and keeping you going without that crash feeling. So I'm super excited. Of course, the bars are handy too because you can just put them in your fishing bag and you've got lunch on your boat. Just don't let them melt. I have ongoing business with Eric and Sinego, and he's given me a referral, his secretary. So I've been working with her and her son. And Tony, I have my order coming in, and I'll be looking after your Cardio 9 and Synergy. And yeah, that's about it for this week. Thanks, everybody.
Susan, thank you so much. And the next quick prompt is, hey, listen, if you can't make a meeting, get a hold of Mike. He can be your doppelganger. Maybe not in looks, but he can deliver the message. And speaking of Mike, over to Mike.
Great, thank you, Bernie. So today I'm substituting for Sam Storrs. It'll be the last time. It was 4 weeks because he and his wife went to New Zealand for the month, and he'll be back next week. And his company is connectedcars.ca, and as we all know, Sam specializes in dash camera installations. A great device that can provide unbiased proof of who's responsible for an accident, whether your car is running or not. And I always use the example about, Bambi the deer jumps out and you don't want to kill Bambi, so you swerve to avoid it, go into the ditch, cause some damage to your car, phone your insurance company and say, this deer ran out. Your insurance company goes, you got any proof of that? You go, no, your claim could be in jeopardy. Dash cam, it's not in jeopardy. It's right there, and it's great proof for that your claim can move ahead. Like I was saying, Sam's going to be back next week, and he's also looking for referrals for brake inspections. I've talked about that before. Mechanical shops are stupid expensive. Um, I would advise if your brakes are squealing or squeaking or what have you, and you have a mechanical shop that you use, get an estimate and then take that estimate, bring it to Sam, and give him a few bucks to pull off the wheels and take a look at your brakes and inspect them. And he'll tell you exactly, yes, you need this, or this is a great estimate, go ahead, or no, you don't need this and you don't need that, especially dealerships. Dealerships like to throw everything at it. Why? It's not that they're trying to rip you off. They're just like, they get the business, so they're going to throw everything at it. And that way they can say, hey, you know what? The job's perfect, so you're not going to have any recalls and no comebacks or what have you. And they make a pile of money doing it. But a lot of those parts can be and might be unnecessary to put on. Sam will tell you. He'll give you great advice. Can save hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So Sam for brake inspection, and he does also oil changes. So like I said, he's be back next week, and so if you need any information or whatever, you can call Sam or text him at 613-406-9731 or at Connected Cars.
Mike, thank you so much. And there's the link for the Power Hour that's for this upcoming Monday. That's where Kat's going to be speaking. And speaking of Kat, if you have any media content you want promoted out there, reach out to her and she can help push it through the social media stream for Phoenix. So help replicate your message and push it out. And again, it showcases why being a Phoenix member has value more than just community. Wendy, over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Wendy Chung, real estate broker with Century 21 Synergy and the Ottawa House and Condo Group. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you with your energy and all of your support. Last year was a very challenging year. As you all know, my mom lives with us full time, so trying to manage that and a full-time business, I was still able to reach the double centurion accolade in our real estate business in Century 21 Canada, which means I made it to the top 1% of all agents across Canada. So I did very well last year. It didn't feel like I worked that hard in that sense of the word, but I think that everything just came together, and I'm very fortunate to have a great network and people who put a lot of trust in me. So I do appreciate that. And although we in this group haven't done any business recently together directly, it's the indirect support and love and care that I get from all of you that helps me to be able to carry on and move forward without fear, as Tony had mentioned earlier. So I really appreciate all of that. So this year is a different year. My goals are a little bit different. I still want to support every individual, every family member who needs help or wants to have an open discussion about moving forward. I had the privilege of meeting with a gentleman yesterday. Unfortunately, his wife passed away only about 3 weeks ago. But he is now thinking about perhaps selling his home or improving his home for himself within the next couple of years. So I love meeting with people who are going through a transition, who just want to run ideas past someone in the real estate field to find out what he can do, and it's all going to be based on his life choices. So I'm always there to support wherever you are in your journey through life. So unfortunately, though, with the cutbacks going on in the government and also other small businesses closing down and things shifting, we are going to see a shift in the real estate market as well. So if you know of anyone that would like to just have a conversation about their situation, unique situation, I respect people's privacy. I'm very mindful about that. I'm very happy to have a conversation to discuss different options that they may or may not know are open to them. So please keep me in mind if you know of anyone in that space. I do have ongoing business with Susan F. Susan, I know I haven't put in an order for a while. I'm well supplied with Melaleuca, and I am spreading the word all the time. I have ongoing business with Kat as well. And Tony, I'll be reaching out to you as well to get some of your guidance. So I do appreciate everyone, and I wish everyone an amazing year. Thank you.
Wendy, awesome stuff. Next quick promo. Hey, it's about Eric talking next Tuesday. And the link is basically there. That's why I'm kind of pushing that piece out. And myself, well, what do? I talk. The Knack for Business podcast is a good example. Thread connections between different individuals. And even we look at the connections Tony's had in the last little while at East Trade Winds. And so Eric Sinego, Jacqueline, and Tony were at the East Trade Winds this week. And in fact, Eric, I just launched a podcast where he's talking about accounting and one of the pearls of wisdom, understanding different elements. So it's out there on the Knack for Business podcast stream. Doing business with Josh. I had a OneDrive issue. I actually have 3 OneDrives, and of course, when you have more than one, then obviously it's something's bound to go sideways. So hey, yay, no. So he provides a service in that area, and I'm going to stop talking because you know what? Our star, our core speaker is coming up. Madam Susan Epps, the helm is yours.
Why, thank you so much, everyone. It's good to see Wendy coming back from the hot weather. Bring some back with you next time. Okay, I'm Susan Ebbs, and I am with the company called melaleuca.com, and we specialize in non-toxic cleaning products. I just like to emphasize non-toxic. I don't know if any of you heard about the children out in, I believe it was Alberta or Saskatchewan. They were on a weekend with their hockey, and the kids were swimming in the pool, and they all got what sounds like chlorine poisoning. 11 children ended up in the hospital.
Wow.
I think they used chlorine gas in the World War, if I remember hearing correctly. So that just goes to tell you, we're cleaning our houses with chlorine bleach. So it shouldn't be the case that you end up having an asthma attack when you have to clean your shower or what have you. And also, the cleaning products that we offer to people are concentrated. So a little goes a long way. So you're saving yourself money. You put a little bit of the product in the bottom of a spray bottle, and the rest is water. So we're not paying for the water that a lot of other companies put into their products and charge the exorbitant prices. And the one other thing that I really like about Melaleuca is that we're not putting as many bottles into the environment. It's millions of bottles that have been saved. We've got to look after our planet. As you've heard, global warming is, we're going to have one of the hottest years ever this year coming up. And so we've got to do something on our part, each one of us, to help slow this process. So Melaleuca has been around for 40 years. They were initiated in Idaho Falls in the States, and then they came to Canada 30 years later. And they're now in 20 countries, 19 countries around the world. And so that, unfortunately, we're not down in Costa Rica, though. Oh, well. What I like is having a global business, helping people. I do believe we're in Scotland, so I should talk to Kat. A global business to help people improve their health, get rid of those chemicals. There was a lung study that was done. Cleaning your home with those chemicals is equivalent to smoking one pack of cigarettes for 20 years. I might not have the exact details on that, but that's pretty scary stuff. So, and look at what we're doing with the children. You know, your spray your counters with salt. I can't even say the words. Febreze and whatnot. I know I had an asthma attack one time when a friend of mine was spraying the couch with Febreze. So I just like the fact that we're not putting these chemicals into the environment, into our homes, and into our lungs. I thought I'd emphasize one product today, and it's called Solugard. And Tony has a video there that if you wanted to play that, it explains things a little bit clearer. So sit back and enjoy, people.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to meet the enemy. Staphylococcus, Campylobacter, Clostridium, E. coli, Salmonella, Shigella, Influenza, Norovirus, Rhinovirus, Coronavirus, Rotavirus, Cryptosporidium. It would be nice to say that these little microscopic creatures mean you no harm, but let's not sugarcoat it. They're germs. Filthy, relentless, nasty germs. They really don't care how they make you feel or how they mess with your life. Germs are constantly invading your home, your office, your car, every single day. Under the right conditions, just one bad bacteria can multiply into 1 billion in just 24 hours. Germs lurk in places you'd expect, and in some places you wouldn't. Answer this. What's the single germiest item in a typical home? Toilet seat? Bathroom floor? If you said the TV remote control, you'd be dead on. What about your family's mobile phones? The average smartphone is teeming with 25,000 germs per square inch. Now, not every microorganism is dangerous, but can you tell which ones are and which ones aren't? Didn't think so. Take a look at the faucet handle at the kitchen sink. It's home to 13,000 germs per square inch. The list of germ-infested places that surround you goes on and on. Light switches, doorknobs, handrails, appliances, pretty much anything a kid touches, computer keyboards and mice, even your steering wheel. So how do you protect your family from these microscopic marauders? Disinfect. Disinfecting is your best defense when it comes to protecting your territory and safeguarding your family's health. But if you're used to using grocery store disinfectants to battle these invaders, think again. National brands use harsh chemicals like chlorine bleach and quaternary ammonium disinfectants. Sound dangerous? They are. Sure, they kill germs, but these chemicals can inflict permanent, lifelong damage to you and your family in the process. Not a great trade-off. They irritate your skin and eyes and can decimate your lungs. They viciously trigger asthma. In fact, a landmark 20-year independent study published in 2018 proved that using products containing chlorine bleach or quaternary disinfectants as little as once a week is just as damaging to lung capacity as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day for 20 years. It makes you wonder, does disinfecting have to be so risky? At Melaleuca, we look to nature to solve everyday problems just like this. And we developed the first ever botanical disinfectant registered with the EPA, Solugard Botanical Disinfectant. The inspiration behind Solugard came from the careful study of culinary herbs. Master gardeners know that the herb thyme is valued for its ability to ward off the diseases that may affect other plants. Thyme's secret power? Its essential oil called thymol. Thymol is a natural antimicrobial, well known for its disinfecting properties. So Melaleuca scientists found a way to put the power of thymol to work. When expertly combined with citric acid, like that found in oranges and lemons, thymol can kill 99.9% of viruses, germs, and bacteria on hard, non-porous surfaces. Solugard Botanical is also approved by the EPA to be used against the coronavirus responsible for COVID-19 when used as directed, which makes Solugard Botanical every bit as effective as its national brand competitors without the terrible long-term side effects. This innovative formula is protected by 2 U.S. patents, and because it's 2 times concentrated with biodegradable and 100% food-grade ingredients, it's safe for the environment and safe for the surfaces you need to trust most. What's more, it's an excellent cleaner, so you can clean and disinfect at the same time. Solugard Botanical allows you to safely sanitize in 1 minute and completely disinfect in just 10, so you can enjoy every moment without worry. Keep the enemy at bay. Guard your home front. Remember, germs don't like you, and they're everywhere. Risky national brand disinfectants aren't the answer. They use harsh chemicals that cause permanent damage. Only Solugard Botanical Disinfectant uses the natural power of thyme and citric acid to kill 99.9% of germs safely. There's nothing else like it. It's the smart and healthy way to stay germ-free. Powered by nature, it's only available from Melaleuca, and that's worth sharing.
So, pretty scary stuff. Yeah, I've even got a list of all the different places that the different amounts of germs that you can find in the different places of your home. And so that if that video didn't scare you, then that listing would. We like to help people to get their homes healthy and help prevent colds and flu, etc. This year, the flu bug was really quite rampant around Canada. I know large numbers, more so than we normally get. So we do need to protect ourselves in these cold winter days. Any questions from anyone? Yes, Wendy.
It's more of a comment and a testament to Melaleuca and Solugard and all their products. I want to just give you a very small example. So when I was down in Costa Rica, when I was there in December, a friend of mine was selling her condo, and down there, especially in a lot of Central American, South American countries, they use a lot of chemicals. It's just what they do, right? They haven't been educated on the Melaleuca way or other ways of non-toxic. And so I volunteered to help my friend clean her condo, and it was an absolute mess. And the cleaners she bought were just from the local store, so they were all full of chemicals. So when I inhaled it and I was helping her clean the bathroom, it hit me so hard that I was dizzy, and I said, I have to go home. I'm sorry, I can't help you. So I got my way back home, and my husband Craig was there, and he said, what happened? And I said, I have to lie down. I feel sick to my stomach.
Oh my God.
And I told him it was the cleaner. So I have not been using any chemical cleaners for the last 20 years. And so this was my first experience in 20 years, and it hit me so hard that it took me a day to recover.
Yeah,
So that story alone, you know, really demonstrated to me that I'm on the right track. Now, it was, you know, using Melaleuca now for the past maybe 3-4 years has been amazing. And before that, I was sourcing out other local companies here in Ottawa that were promoting other, you know, non-toxic cleaners. But I got to say, it's such a game changer, and I don't hesitate for a moment to share this story and also the wealth of knowledge that I've already accumulated in using Melaleuca and other non-toxic items to my own clients, and even if they're not clients, just friends and family members, and I allow them to decide, you know, if this is a good thing or not. But it's a good thing for me, and so yeah, what a terrible time that was, and I couldn't believe it. But my friend, nothing happened to her. She was actually lying on the floor under the bed with this cleaner and cleaning it. And I said to her, are you not feeling sick? She says, no, I'm fine. I'm like, oh my goodness. Anyway, all to say, just, you know, non-toxic cleaning products are the way to go. So I hope that everybody embraces that and realizes that it's only a matter of time before it affects you, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Susan.
Yeah, well, thank you, Wendy, for that testimony. It's so true. I too have found that I'm now more sensitive to if I go somewhere and somebody's using, my daughter used to spray your counter with Lysol, and even in the living room, she's in the kitchen cleaning the counter. I'm in the living room and I'm getting all tightened up with an asthma attack. So I have to leave the house. So I think we become more sensitive when we're used to having the good stuff.
Susan,
Yes,
nice
Mike.
presentation. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave. I have to prep for a 9 o'clocker. And
Okay.
everybody have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Mike.
Yep.
So one of the things, Susan, from doing a safety training course in my previous job, there are chemicals you can be exposed to, and your body tolerates them. And then one day, this is out of the safety instructor said, yeah, your body says one day, yep, that's it. That's you will now start reacting to it, where you had no adverse reaction, whether it's skin, breathing, respiration, you know,
Tolerance. Yeah.
yeah, your
Probably
tolerance is.
It probably builds up in your system,
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
reaches a level where the body can't fight it.
Right.
So it just an FYI. The other kind of key is if she's laying down and like there are some with products off gas, they can be lighter than air or heavier than air. So if it's lighter than air, her being on the floor might not be as strong. But then again, propane, for example, it's heavier than air, right? So
Yep.
places not to play Sparky is on the ground when they have a propane leak, for example. Not that I'm suggesting propane should be used for cleaning. It attracts mosquitoes, though. Let me tell you. I was draining a tank one time, and next thing you know, where are all these mosquitoes coming from? I just needed to get the last of the gas out, right? So I wouldn't have Anyhow, a side note. Totally off basis, and it's not a Melaleuca product.
One other thing that kind of blew my mind is dishwashing detergent. Okay, you're using your dishwashing detergent in your dishwasher, so all that product is going on your plate, and you're then putting food on top of that plate and eating those chemicals, A. And then B, when you're running your dishwasher, the chemicals are being spewed out of the dishwasher so that you can then breathe in that toxic material too. So you get a double, triple whammy there just doing your dishes. So scary stuff.
Susan, thank you so much for the presentation.
You're more than welcome.
I'll close out with a quick quote. Life is not about how fast you run or how high you climb, but how well you bounce. And that's from Tigger.